Hello everyone, nice to meet you again and welcome back to L&T Academic Lectures in Linguistics and Literature. Today is the first lecture in the general course of An Introduction to Literature. So first of all, what's the meaning of the word literature? The word literature etymologically goes back to the Latin origin, literatura, literaturae, which means writings. However, by the 18th century, we go to discover the meaning of the word literature in the French language. It's described to indicate the French phrase belles lettres, which means fine writings or fine letters. Hello everyone, nice to meet you again and welcome back to L&T Academic Lectures in Linguistics and Literature. Today we will start our lecture in the first course of literature, whose name is An Introduction to Literature. So before getting started, what is the meaning of the word literature? So the word literature confusingly used in different ways. So it sometimes refers to the writings of a specific domain. So we find the word or the expression of literature of linguistics, literature of agriculture, literature of computer and the internet. Of course, this means that it is confined to the writings within this domain. Another use of this word is they used to refer to writings of a specific era or a specific historical time. Like, for example, literature of the 18th or 19th century. So let's go to see what does this term really mean. The word literature originally comes from the Latin language, and whether it is driven from the Latin word literatura, literaturae, which means writing, or from the Latin word litera, which means the alphabet or the minimum unit of writing, or the alphabetical unit of writing. So, however, the origin or the etymological origin of it, whether literatura, literaturae, or litera, literae, it stands for either writings or letters. And this word, by the 18th century, we find a synonym for this word in the French language. This word in French was belles lettres, which equals to fine letters, which equals to fine letters in English. And it was used to describe the imaginative and fictional writings, namely poetry, fiction, prose, and drama. However, by the passage of the time, we have several types of writing are included within this literature domain, like the writings of philosophy, the writings in history, and even the scientific writings, so long as all of them directed to the general audience. And that might make it justifiable to include the philosophical writings of Plato and William James, the scientific essays of Thomas Henry Huxley, the historical writings of Edward Gibbon, and the psychoanalytic lectures of Sigmund Freud within the scope or the umbrella term of literature. And that's why we might find these elements, parts of the syllabus for academic study in some courses of literature within some academic departments. Such confusing use of the word terms make it more reasonable to make use of the word preceded with an attributive adjective such as aesthetic or artistic to refer to the artistic expression of a human being. Another term needs to be clarified when we come to the area or the zone of literature which is genre, or what's known as literary genre. So the word is originally comes from the French language genre, which refers to a type, a category, or even a section. And literary genres are classified into different ways and according to different criteria, of course. So the first criteria, according to which literature is divided into three literary genres, is who is the speaker. So the first classification or categorization of literary genres is as following. The first is lyric, the second is epic, the third is drama. So we have the lyric, who's the first person speaker. So the author himself is speaking to you as an audience. The second, in epic, the author starts to speak in the first person and then let the characters later to speak for themselves. The third, which is drama, the author of the work leaves all the talking for the characters themselves. This is one classification of literary genres. Another classification made by Plato and Aristotle was that classical classification of literary genres into major four literary genres. Number one, epic. Number two, tragedy. Number three, comedy. Number four, satire. Another classification of literary genres initiated by those Germanic literary critics who classified literary genres into major three ones: drama, poetry, and prose fiction. Another classification into four. Number one, drama. Number two, fiction prose. Number three, non-fiction. Number four is poetry. However, when we think about the academic departments of literature, we find a sort of academic classification of literatures into poetry, drama, fiction, and literary criticism. And that's what is applicable in the academic studies in English departments nowadays all over the world. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give me a big thumb up, to subscribe to my channel, and to share the video to help others, and to press the notification bell to get everything new. And feel free, if you have any comments, questions, feedback, suggestion, to leave it in comments. Hopefully see you soon, inshallah, in academic lecture. Have a good day and goodbye.